This is a poem that began in the grocery store at the fish counter when I found myself looking at the bodies, the scales of fish on ice with increasing fascination and for some reason compelled to describe them. I couldn't stop, and on the way home, driving back from the grocery store, I was starting to scribble notes on the brown paper bags. A display of mackerel. They lie in parallel rows on ice, head to tail, each a foot of luminosity barred with black bands, which divide the scale's radiant sections like seams of lead in a Tiffany window. Iridescent, watery prismatics. Think abalone, the wildly rainbowed mirror of a soap bubble sphere. Think sun on gasoline. Splendor, and not a one in any way distinguished from the other. Nothing about them of individuality. Instead, they're all exact expressions of the one soul, each a perfect fulfillment of heaven's template, mackerel essence, as if, after a lifetime arriving at this enameling, the jewelers made uncountable examples, each as intricate in its oily fabulation as the one before. Suppose we could iridesce like these and lose ourselves in the universe of shimmer. Would you want to be yourself only, unduplicatable, doomed to be lost? They'd prefer, plainly, to be flashing participants, multitudinous. Even now, they seem to be bolting forward, heedless of stasis. They don't care they're dead and nearly frozen, just as presumably they didn't care that they were living. All for all, the rainbowed school and its acres of brilliant classrooms in which no verb is singular or everyone is. How happy they seem, even on ice, to be together, selfless, which is the price of gleaming.